Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, welcome people to episode 628 of Film Bastards. I am one of your co-hosts, Mark, and as ever I am joined by...
Becky, hello everybody.
And...
Ian, hello.
And it's Mortal Kombat 2 this week, yes. Yeah, we're bringing it here. We've got Mortal Kombat 2. I think, Ian, you went to see the Sheep Detectives as well, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, we didn't do that because we're in Crete. So we saw Mortal Kombat 2 today. I think all but one of my watches that what I've been watching and talking about is a plain watch, so that's quite cool. So we'll get into bits of that. I think Ian has just been Star Warsing it up, so he'll get into that later in what we've been watching. There's been some trailers. Mm-hmm. There's been some fucking trailers. We're a Pod Syndicate podcast, so speaking of our friend shows, Trinstroke versus Punter, Rewatch Project, Entertainment Landfill, etc. But yeah, finish listening to us first because this could be a good show. We've watched some good films. Well,
could be shit.
I've watched some good films.
Yeah?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I like it.
Good.
Some really good films. Yeah, so yeah, right, fuck it, yeah. We're fucking battling along here. Let's fucking go. Trailers. We've had some, haven't we?
Yes.
Right, fuck it, let's go.
Yes, we have.
Backrooms. Still don't know what it's about. Still bored by it.
Nah, I think the trailer looks fucking mint, this one. Creepy.
Is this the one that came out today?
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't seen this. I'm now trying to not watch the marketing for it. Like, I know enough, and I don't want to... Yeah. I'm looking forward to this. This is my return from 2 weeks away film in a couple of weeks' time, and I'm really looking forward to it. The early word is positive as well, which is exciting.
Nice. You're up for it, Bex?
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. Pedro Almodovar's got a new film out called Bitter Christmas.
Yeah.
There's a teaser trailer where it is just pretty people looking sad.
Pretty Europeans looking sad.
Pretty Europeans looking sad. For
English language in it. I didn't see
don't
this.
think so. No. Don't know
Is it not? Okay. Okay, but it's playing Cannes, I believe.
Yes, I mean, yeah. Pedro always gets around Cannes, doesn't he? And then it'll play like picture houses across the country for 2 days, and then it'll be on movie.
Yeah, looking forward to 2 showings a day at Odeon for a week.
Yeah, I mean it just looks like a Pedro Almodovar film.
Who's in this fucker?
I don't think there's anyone that I outright went. A lot of people that I looked at and went, right, I know that face, but I couldn't put the name to it. Let's have a look. Bit of Christmas.
Yeah, nobody I know.
Yeah. No, nobody that jumps out and goes, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody that jumps out there. It looks fine. What else have we got going on? 72 Hours. Don't know whether you noticed, but Kevin Hart's old. Yeah.
I might be more in the tank for this than a lot of people because like those other 3 guys, SNL guys, I like SNL. We don't need to get into it, and I'm intrigued to see them actually in a movie. But it's Netflix and it's directed by Tim Story. It's got 2.5 stars fucking written all over it for me, lower for probably everybody else.
Yeah, it just, yeah. The thing is, I think I would end up watching it and being mildly ashamed at how much I laugh. Is what I would say about that one. What else have we got going on? Motor City teaser trailer. A film which I think we've mentioned quite a lot in our chat, haven't we, Ian? Just about the sartorial choices of Ben Foster in it over the past year.
Yeah. It's cool to see Ben Foster kind of coming back. It feels like he's been away for a while. He's got this. They just announced he's going to have a guest role in the Coogler X-Files reboot. Yeah, I'm keen to see him back, and this just looks like delicious Amazon Prime fare.
Yeah, it looks fucking like early 80s genre picky as fuck.
I think it looks fucking mint though, to be fair.
Oh, I'll
up
watch
for
the
it.
shit out of it.
Like, movies that are just, like, fucking movies. And
Yep.
quite rare,
Yeah.
I think, nowadays. And it just looks good. And I haven't seen Alan Richardson in an awful lot. He's the Reacher guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
But I'm sure he'll be fine. Ben
I-
Foster's a really good actor. Shailene Woodley's a really good actress, so...
I think Matt Richardson is the problem is with him because of his sheer size, with the exception of Reacher, everything else he seems to be in. You look at him and go, I think he might be a bit miscast there. It's like, what the only thing you can cast him as would be a tree or a bear.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the look of it. We watched sort of an Asian animated film called Another World, didn't we?
Yeah.
No idea what it's about.
Don't care.
looks insane.
Definitely going to be seeing it. It looks fucking mint.
It does look quite good.
I love how incredibly extra it looks.
It seems to be that it is set somewhere in the crossover world between when people die and are reborn.
Yeah.
And the character in it, the otherworldly character in it, is, I think it suggests that they're the person that decides who they're reborn as.
Oh, okay.
That's what I kind of got from it. But then it just looks fucking mental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even the plot synopsis on IMDb sounds... A spirit guide in the afterlife realm helps souls reach reincarnation. When he meets a young girl whose anger threatens to turn her into a monster, he must save her while learning about human emotion.
We also tried for Finding Emily, which we've talked about before. I think that linked to the cinema. But that was a good couple of months ago, and it's actually just appeared now, so I'm guessing it must be getting some form of US release.
Yeah, it comes out over here in a couple of weeks' time. I think it's Backrooms weekend.
Fair. Yeah, I'll probably see both of those, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the look of it. It just looks sweet.
It looks really fun as well.
Yeah.
Not just like saccharine, it looks fun, sweet.
Yeah.
Kind of up for supporting this in a cinema because they're actually releasing a rom-com in a cinema as well. Like, that kind of feels like that, and it does need to be supported.
Exactly, yeah. It's one of those things that, like I say, it looks fun, it looks good. So I'm kind of going, do you know what? I know it's 2 films in a week, and sometimes it can be tricky, sometimes it can't. But I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm going to make an effort to go and see this because I think it does look fun, it does look good, and I think, yeah, like you say there, Ian, you know, for these things to not just be relegated to streaming constantly, we've got to go and see them. For that.
Support that shit, haven't we?
Yeah. Wildwood.
Sploosh.
In it, though.
Heck of a trailer, yeah. I think I turned up extra in the trailer and just said, this can't all be stop animation. Like, it can't. It's just visually, it's on a different level.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. Looks like a really interesting storyline as well.
Potential hyperbole incoming, but it kind of feels like one of those films that if it hits will be like a real hallmark film for kids of the right age now who like in 20 years time will be like, Wildwood is one of the films that made me the person I am today kind of thing. I don't know, there's some real artistry, like just artistry all over the shop, and it just feels like it's got heart and it's got something to say. Yeah, I mean, it's a fucking fantastic teaser trailer.
Yeah,
like it doesn't really give all that much away. It's imagery and it's sound and it's a vibe, and it, like, yeah, man, ace.
Yeah, just looks incredible. I mean, there's a shot in it where you've got crows flying towards the screen, and you're looking at it going, I want to know how they've done that. And knowing Leica, they will put out a lot of, like, they like showing you like behind the scenes things, almost to prove, look, this is how we did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, So that people can't go, oh, well, that's just blah, blah, blah. They're going, no, actually, it's way simpler than that.
It's got a voice cast as well, that film.
It's, I mean, like, are a big...
Prestigious.
Yeah, the prestigious.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those... It's a similar one to things like Gig where people want to be associated with it. People look at it and go, do you know what? That's going to be great.
Yeah.
If I have to, if I have to spend 4 or 5 days just lending my voice to it, then fucking why not? You associate with that then.
I like that they're doing this when a place like Aardman, and I feel bad dinging Aardman, but like, what have they done lately? They've done a Chicken Run sequel for Netflix, and they're doing another Shaun the Sheep movie, which is a Sky original. There was a trailer for it in front of the Sheep Detectives, and it made my heart sink.
God, they make some fucking ugly films, though, don't they? To be fair.
And that's like their house style. They've not.
Oh no, I get that. It's just
no. But I mean, like they just haven't fucking changed things up, and now they're just like playing the hits. You cannot accuse Leica of playing the hits.
No, not at all.
And, yeah,
I mean, it's one of those where like fair fucking play, Travis Knight. Massive. He's a nepo baby. There's no getting away from it. But he's basically gone. I'm going to use it to just make art.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And also, it's the fact that it was a nepo baby from a completely different industry. So, he had the money, but it wasn't like Phil Knight, founder of Nike, was like banging on people's doors saying, give my son a job. They could just be like, well, fuck you. Why?
Yeah.
I mean, Travis Knight, it's going to be interesting because, obviously he's like one of the big guys in Leica. Also directed Masters of the Universe, which has the feel of the summer's big bomb all over it. So that guy is going to have a mixed few months, methinks.
Yes. Yeah. Masters of the Universe really does seem like, I don't know.
I'm up for it, but I'm a 41-year-old guy.
It's 140 minutes long.
It's 100. Yeah.
It's 2 hours 20. Yeah, I'm not even sure the fucking first season of Masters of the Universe was 2 hours 20. It's too long. It's too long for that kind of film. And I get it that you want to get some return on the 200 million that you've spent. But have it clock in at 2 fucking hours, man. Because I guarantee you, we say, do you know what? It was fun, it was a little bit cheesy, but man, it could have done with half an hour cutting out.
Yeah.
What else have we got? The Rivals of Amzea King.
Yeah, I didn't watch this. The title scared me.
It looks really...
It looks good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fuck, okay.
Looks really good. It's about... I can't believe that we seem to be having a little bit of a subgenre thing, but it's about a beekeeper.
Yeah.
Who makes what seems to be quite a rare type of honey.
Yeah.
And that's Matthew McConaughey. And it seems like Kurt Russell plays a honey baron.
Honey baron, yeah.
Who steals all his apiaries. And so his assistant, Matthew McConaughey's assistant, decides, fuck that, I am getting this fucking honey back. And it's not like a spoof jokey thing. It seems to be done deadly fucking seriously. And there's like a bit of it where in the trailer where she says, I know all the routes where these bees can survive. I know how to find them and how to trap them. And then you see like a 4x4 going across like some bit, like some rough terrain. And I was thinking, fucking hell, that's like Sorcerer.
Who knew, right, that in 2026 we'd be in a world where if you said, oh, I'm going to watch this action movie about a beekeeper, you'd have to go, Which
one? yeah. But
Wild.
Looks good.
No, her little speech bit ends with, "and what I'm willing to do."
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck yeah.
You look at it going, this is going to be great.
Yeah, I think this looks fucking
This is
mint.
going to be it. Like, I kind of really hope that is 2 hours 50 minutes long. And get out of it and go, how's about beekeeping?
Yeah.
This Tempting Madness.
Do you know what? It looks
Good
really
idea
good.
for a thrill.
Yeah. It does look really, really good.
Did you catch this one, Ian?
No, I don't know what this is.
So, it seems like the film is about a girl who has either has a fall from a very high height or is thrown over a balcony by her partner. And she wakes up in hospital and her partner is in jail for attempted murder.
I think he's on the lam at that point.
Is there? I'm not sure.
I think the start of the trailer seems to suggest they're looking for him because he's the only other person up there with him.
He's wanted for her murder for that, yeah. And all of her family are basically saying to her, look, he threw you off the balcony. She's saying, but he didn't.
He wouldn't, is what she's saying, because she can't fucking remember, can she?
But she can't remember, but she's like, no, all these things that you're saying about him are not true. He's not like that. He's not violent or anything like that. And then she starts trying to doubt and think, wait a minute, am I remembering him right or am I misremembering him? And it's about the...
Doubt in her own mind.
Yeah, doubt in her own mind. Did she jump or was she thrown? And it looks good.
Yeah, it does look really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm up for that.
Definitely.
I think we've got a couple of others, but they're kind of biggies, I'd say.
Tony?
Yeah, Tony.
So I finished Kitchen Confidential since we last recorded. I think just need to understand that this is not based on Kitchen Confidential. It does seem to be based on a period of his life, but it also... I'm a little... How much of this was actually real? Like, I'm not entirely sure that Antonio Banderas' character was actually a character in real life.
I think it's an amalgamation of two different people.
It could be. There's definitely one that he talks about in Kitchen Confidential, this guy he calls Bigfoot, who could well have been it. One of them. Also, the love interest. I mean, this period of Anthony Bourdain's life, he was shagging anything that moved.
Yeah.
So, the idea of Emilia Jones being a love interest seems a bit okay, but I've got faith in Matt Johnson. He's a very interesting voice. I feel like they've made a trailer for a film that they can market, and it's not necessarily the film that it is.
Yes. I have a feeling that. I think I said to you when we were messaging about it, saying it's been... Oh, it must be touching like 20 years since I read Kitchen Confidential. Because I read it when he was about 2-3 years old.
I think so, yeah.
And so yes, it's been a good while since I read it, so my memory's a little bit hazy on it, but I don't remember a lot of this bits of it.
No, I mean the kind of like the Cape Coddy kind of area was basically they were cooking up a storm and then just doing a bunch of drugs and shagging everybody and whatnot, and then just falling asleep on the beach at like 6 a.m, waking up at 11 and doing it all again.
Yeah.
And you know, that's not necessarily a cinematic portion of his life, other than the not like the dirty, you know. But this, again, you got Emilia Jones there. I'm almost like, is he just going to be someone that he keeps on thinking he wants, but then he just starts shagging around anyway? Like, is she going to be like a put upon figure? Yeah, I don't know. This didn't get me in a place where I was like, I really want to see this. But I trust the filmmakers.
Yeah, I think it looks... It's an interesting guy to make a film out of. It's just whether or not we're getting a film that is more myth than man.
Yeah.
I I do like that it's just a portion of his life, though.
Oh yeah. 'Cause it's weird that like there's probably for a full-blown film it's a little bit. I saw somebody else. This isn't original thought, but I can't remember who it was saying it's a little bit like trying to do a film about Hunter S. Thompson's life. That on the surface of it, it sounds incredibly interesting, and like you could do an entire series on it. But the reality is, it's a lot of versions of the same story over and over again. That you'd be a bit like, so then he went to this place, and it was a success because of this, and he wrote this book, and he was on this drugs, and he was shagging these people, and that was it. And then he went to this place, and then he did this, and it's basically like, he just did the same thing everywhere, like every 4 or 5 years. And that's the thing. Like with Thompson was always, my life is really boring. I wrote some shit and I took some drugs. That's it.
I think the issue is with Anthony Bourdain as well. For anyone that's like interested in him as a person, there's a lot of just what feels like really candid stuff out there. Like the no reservations stuff. You can go and you can watch him, and he feels like he's being really honest and open in that series anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they're not showing the drugs shit and they're not showing the shagging shit on a cooking show, but the thing that made No Reservations really good to watch was it wasn't really about that. It was about what he was saying while he was there, and that if from that, I think he feels like a bit of an open book anyway. So all that's left to tell is the seedy shit, and are they really going to want to do that?
It was about him kind of just walking by, going, why aren't we eating that? Let's go eat that.
But also being really philosophical with stuff as well.
Yeah. Very interesting.
But I mean, Dominic Sessa though, like I'm up for seeing him as Anthony Bourdain. Like he's good times as Dominic Sessa.
Yeah, he seems like one that's kind of just burst on the scene. He's very, very good, but in 10 years' time, you're gonna go, he's only made 8 films, you know. Like he's gonna.
And one of them was Now You See Me Free.
Yeah, that feels a little bit like his agent, like he's been saying to his agent. So I'm going to do this Andy Bourdain film, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. They've gone, yeah, just to say though, could do with you making a film that actually pays you money. Because you know
he's good in it though.
Yeah,
he's good in Now You Free Me.
He's got a charismatic screen presence. Yep. We've got the last big one.
No, there was the proper trailer for Evil Dead Burn.
Of course there was, yes.
I mean, yeah, definitely looks more like an Evil Dead film than that teaser did. Not up for a Deadite dog at all. I'll be absolutely honest. That's going to be tough. But it's got the gnarly. And it looks like it's going to be fun, and I like the fact that it kind of looks like there's going to be a bit more other location-y kind of shit before you get to the house.
It looks like an Evil Dead movie.
This trailer does.
Yeah. I was up for it as I can be for those, because I just think that they're just gnarly and icky, and I'm a little bit like, oh.
I love how fucking grim they are, though.
I know you do, but I'm a little bit like, oh, I'm not sure now.
Just they're real fucking one-watchers for me.
Yeah.
Like the Jane Levy one, Evil Dead Rise, like, I'm not going to go back to them. And it'll be the exact same with this.
Yeah, I think I'm the same. Yeah, I think I'm very much with you on that. I think I'll appreciate it while I'm watching it, but then Bex, when you go, oh, I'm actually watching it in like 18 months after, I'm like, no.
So when I go, shall we rewatch the recent ones before Burn comes out, you'll be like, no. Thank you. Okay. I'll
Right.
keep that in mind.
Odyssey. Where are we with it? What are we thinking?
Is this the first proper trailer?
No, second trailer.
Yeah.
I think the first one was a bit more teasery, wasn't it? It was only like a minute and a half.
I think there was
Yeah.
Possibly, yeah. I lose track.
Yeah, I mean, because you had the smaller one, and you had the kind of like the 5-minute thing that played in IMAX, and then you've had this. But that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to end up, like, how long is this meant to be?
It's shorter
than Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be probably about 2.5 hours, but not 3.
I think it's difficult to represent a film, like, The Odyssey is quite a big story, isn't it?
Yes, and the fact that you can do different versions of it.
Yeah, and I think to try and get that across in a couple of minutes worth of trailer is going to be difficult. But I think the vibe looks good. I think. I don't know really. I mean, obviously, I'll go see it because it's the new Chris Nolan film. But I don't know really on this one. The cast feels a little bit funny to me as well.
I mean, the letting people just do their own accents thing, I get it. I get it. It does feel a little odd. I know a lot of people have said it online, but I said it as soon as I saw the trailer. Him calling him his dad and not father feels weirdly...
iPhone face.
Yeah.
I think in the context of the conversation that it appears that they're having, it can make sense because the vernacular that was used around the time was father or daddy. And I think that it'd be weird. Daddy.
Yeah, it would be weird if he said daddy.
And you've got what's it calling him saying daddy beforehand. So for him to then shorten it for there. So it is one of those where it's like it's not one that was colloquially used around the time, but it's certainly not it's not
outlandish.
It's not outlandish to think that it could have been.
I think my issue with the trailer and with the general kind of like feel of the marketing for this is they're going very, very big on this was all done practically, it was all real people and whatnot, which is great, but I don't necessarily see anything in this trailer that I don't think could have happened in a film in the 90s before they started replacing all the people with CG. And I think that will come.
Yeah, because what Nolan does have a habit of doing is showing you one of the big set pieces nearer towards the film and going, look, we did this.
And that's the thing. The prologue was... I saw it in front of Avatar. It was ace. It was and the score fucking ruled. So this film, I think this film is going to be great. I cannot say that the trailer was great.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you both on this. Is the fact that I liked the trailer. I'm intrigued by it. Looks good. I think there's an amount of like online sniffiness that is desperate to try and go, oh, well, the helmets wouldn't look like that. And it's like it's a couple of things. One is like,
I don't care about any of
it's mythology, and secondly, the other bit is Nolan's come out and gone, actually the helmet thing, we can explain it with this, this and this, and everyone's gone,
I thought you were going to say Nolan came out and said, no, well, you're a helmet.
which would surprise me. But there seems to be a lot of that, and it's like, it's amazing how quickly everybody on the internet all of a sudden is deeply versed in Greek mythology. Yeah. And there's a lot of... So you've read Homer then? Oh, no, I haven't, but I did a quick chat GPT and asked it. Like, alright, cool, yeah, nice. Way to go.
The folks complaining about Lupita Nyong'o apparently playing Helen of Troy and just like, well, a black woman wouldn't play Helen of Troy. What skin colour do you think your Lord Jesus was then, guy?
Yeah, there's an element of that. And it's like... And then there's been the same people going, oh, so Elliot Page is playing Achilles. Achilles is supposed to be this big, strong warrior. It's like, you maybe don't know your Greek mythology, do you? It's not. It's not supposed to be massively ripped. He's supposed to be indestructible, with the exception of one particular place. So not supposed to look like Dave Bautista in like the mid noughties. I'm looking forward to it. I'm enjoying the fact that it's boiling people's piss for no reason. I don't understand it.
I tell you what, dog shit in this is going to fuck me up as well.
Is the dog stuff in it?
You know?
Yeah, there's the puppy
There was
and the
that,
old dog
there
in
was,
there.
Oh yeah.
There was the shot of like the puppy kind of like excitedly licking him, and then the next shot is just old dog. It's like, fuck.
Oh, is it gonna pull off full fucking Futurama on us?
Mate,
Could do.
like nah, man. Like it's like we're also now getting to the point where it's like I'm 2 days away from going away, and Keek's going to a kennel for like 2 and a bit weeks. So I'm quite susceptible to this stuff at the moment. She actually seems to genuinely like the kennel. Like whenever she's dropped off there, her tail's wagging. Whenever I pick her up, she's fine.
Yeah.
So it's like
you do
I
feel
think
it,
she's
don't you?
all right there. But
I mean, we had a mini one this week, didn't we? Of that. So when we go away, my mum comes in to look after Cooper. So she comes a couple of times while we're away. And remember, he's a cat and he's a house cat, so he doesn't need like walks and bits like that and that much really attention because he's a cat. But he has an automatic feeder, doesn't he?
2 automatic feeders.
Well, he has an automatic feeder for his dry food. He has 3 water bowls, including his main one is a filtered one, isn't it?
A filtered water fountain.
A filtered water fountain.
yeah.
Water bowl, yeah. And then he has chilled wet food bowls that are on timers as well.
Yeah.
That we set when we go, my mum sets when she visits, then she sets when she visits again. But his dry food feeder is hooked up to our Wi-Fi. So, and we had a problem where our
we didn't know what the fuck had gone on, did we?
we didn't know what had happened, but it turns out
no.
the plugs in our hallway had tripped on Saturday morning.
I think there was an what's it called?
Electrical surge. A
Power cut.
Yeah, I think it's a power cut, and then
and
it's come
then
back on. It's tripped.
It's tripped the downstairs electric.
So it was just our downstairs lights and a couple of sockets, wasn't it? Which happened to be the one that the automatic feeder's plugged in.
No. I think that's because of the modem going down.
No, the automatic feeder won't work as well. You said.
Oh no.
So our modem went off. So and luckily because we had all connected up in network, it told us, didn't it, when we were in Crete, that it had gone off. But luckily, when it went off, my mum happened to be here that day, so she just dotted around loads of like
lots of ramekins with biscuit in it.
Of ramekins and bits like that, of just dried food everywhere in case the internet didn't come back on. So he had, listeners, plenty of fucking food. But you do feel a little bit bad thinking, oh, he's going to be in such a fucking grump when we get home.
Yeah. Good job that meat one's battery operated.
Yeah. So,
That's just on like a kitchen dial timer, isn't it? So it's however many hours you want it to go off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a bit scary, wasn't it? We were like, what the fuck's gone on?
Yeah. Didn't know what we were getting
I
into.
don't like that. I mean, I don't know. At least with the kennel, it's like, you know that she's getting walks and she's getting attention and all that kind of stuff. So
It's different with
but,
cats.
I mean,
though.
we're paying them enough for
Can have
it.
a real emotional reaction to being relocated and getting someone to come every day. We've tried that before, haven't we? And he had a right fucking paddy.
Yeah, he hated it.
Really?
Yeah, he did
Yeah.
not like it. Whereas my mum
He loves Marksman.
like a couple of times.
Grandma coming to visit.
Yeah, Grandma comes to visit him. He loves that.
But I think even if your mum came every day, it'd be a bit
He'd
like,
fucking hate
right,
it.
get out of my fucking face now.
Yeah. Like if there was any way we could get Isabel to have him for a week, he'd fucking despise it.
Oh yeah, we don't like his sister.
We don't like his sister. I don't like Isabel. So don't like when she comes back.
But yeah, I mean, we got home. He was well excited to see us. Spent about... You went to bed, didn't you? And
Yeah.
I was like, well, I can't just leave him. He just spent the next 3 hours or whatever, 3-4 hours that I spent up with him, shouting in my face.
Yeah. And then he woke me up at 6 o'clock this morning by literally just sitting next to my face, just hitting me until I got up and came downstairs with him.
Yeah, but then this afternoon he's been a bit like, I'm bored of you guys
Bye,
now.
you guys now.
I'm off for a little lie down upstairs. See you later.
Yeah. Right. So Mortal Kombat 2 is written by a man called Jeremy and directed by a man called Simon. And it stars people. Carl Urban, Adeline Rudolph, Jessica McNamee, Josh Lawson, other people are there. The fan favourite champion, now joined by Johnny Cage himself, are pitted against one another in the ultimate battle to defeat the dark rule of Shao Kahn that threatens the very existence of the Earth realm and its defenders. It's Mortal Kombat fucking 2. Becky,
Yeah.
did you enjoy Mortal Kombat 2?
Yes, I did. Yeah, fucking loved it. So, I mean, just to step all over what we've been watching for a second, I also rewatched Mortal Kombat on the plane. So yeah, I was all well versed in what was going on by the time we got around to watching Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just. Do you know what? I think. Have you rewatched Mortal Kombat recently, Ian?
Yeah, I watched it a couple of weeks back.
It seems less like violent somehow.
What, than this?
No, this feels less violent than Mortal Kombat. I feel there's a lot more like slashy and then blood spurty stuff going on in the first one. I mean, obviously this one there is, but then the way that it kills Kung Lao in this is the same way as Kung Lao kills the winged lady in the first one by basically riding her onto the spinning hat. So that, I suppose it's grim, but it's been done grim. So I feel like this one isn't quite as like, oh, that was gross, as the first one was. But yeah, it's a lot more sweary, I think. A lot of
I don't
F-bombs
know, Kano was doing plenty of F-bombs.
That is true. But yeah, fucking loved it. Just such a whore for the crowd-pleasing moments. Absolutely. When he does the get over here thing, it's like I clapped.
The get over here
the
bit.
one thing about but it's not. That's not Hiroyuki.
No,
saying get over here.
No, it's the actual one from Mortal Kombat games.
Yeah, I mean, I want to hear Hiroyuki Sanada say it. Damn it. No, all right.
I want that one. I want to hear the bit that makes me flash back to playing Mortal Kombat in the little arcade bit at the Warner Brothers cinema.
I mean, I'll be honest. Scorpion is the best thing in both of these movies. It's just fucking mint. He's mint.
He is. I've got another contender for the best thing about these movies, but yeah.
Well, go for it. Go on.
Mint.
What's your thing?
Kano.
I mean, Kano is good.
Yeah.
Kano
Does he have a catchphrase, though?
Absolutely carrying these films on his shoulders. Like, there is a reason why they brought back Kano. Yeah. And then what does he do? He just has a weird fucking hate relationship with that sorcerer guy, calling him fucking like Dumbledore's dildo or whatever it was he called him. Yeah. Like, it just... Josh Lawson, fair play, because he does look like he can handle himself, but he's also very, very funny. I like, honest, that guy is ace.
Yeah, he's an odd duck of a character as well, an actor as well. Because like, you wouldn't think of him from other stuff that he's been in that he'd be that good at that, but he is.
But Scorpion is cool. Don't get me wrong. He is.
Yeah, he's just fucking mint, and with his full like samurai gear and his like face mask and his get over here. Yeah, just fucking loved it. And then yeah, at the end, the bad bitch with the fucking sword fans, she gets to have a moment once he becomes mortal again. Loved that. Really enjoyed the fact that she just got to like fuck him up when she slices his head into 3 parts and there's like slices of brain. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah, there's some good some good kills in it.
Yeah, there are.
Where were you, Ian?
I I thought it was all right. I'm very, very glad that Becky had such a good time with it, and I know that like folks do seem to be really responding to it. So it's a me, not a we problem. Don't get me wrong.
Oh my god, is the guy that plays Kung Lao actually called Max Wang? Love that.
Max Wang, yeah.
Love that for him. Sorry, Ian. Sorry.
Nominative determinism, that is. I'm sure. Delicious. Yeah, look. It felt like there was way more CG green screen in this than there was in the first one. That's probably because this one is actually set at the tournament for most of it, whereas the first one had like plenty of kind of like Earthbound stuff as well. And I just kind of like switched off after a while, if I'm honest. It was just like none of this is real. This is all just CG. I don't really believe that any of these people are actually doing any of these moves. And then also Carl Urban in the marketing is front and center, and I think there is an argument that he might not actually be the main character of this fucking film.
I would say
I'd say Katana's the main character, realistically.
Yeah,
Katana is the main character. Yeah. And I didn't find her as engaging. I thought Jade had more presence. Tati Gabrielle, I thought she was pretty fucking good in this. Carl Urban is good when he's there, but again, it's like he's there quite heavily in the intro, but then there's 5 other plots going on, and they dilute him. And you know, he gets his highlights. His whole thing with Baraka, I thought was really good.
Yeah.
But you know, like by the end, he is just like one of the people also fighting Scorpion, and I'm a bit like, all right, if you sneaky marketed this as Carl Urban's film, but then actually had a woman be the lead, that is ace, and it seems like it's been undetected by the usual people. But it's just a shame that performance was not as engaging as a lot of other performances in the film.
Oh, I thought she was mint. I really enjoyed her.
Who?
Katana.
Fair enough. I don't know. Like I say, like Tati Gabrielle, I just thought had way more presence, and she's in a lot of scenes with her, so that maybe didn't help that for me. Also, just in terms of the actual story beats, the fact that Shao Kahn basically just has a cheat code enabled for the entire fucking thing, like, really pissed me off. Like, it's like as soon as he does that fight with Cole, who lasted a lot longer in this film than I thought he was going to, by the way.
That bit where he gets his head mashed.
Yeah.
It's great. The overhead shot of that afterwards is ace. Love that.
I mean, yeah, brutal. But then, you know, you've got the whole setup of that fight, and then it does the almost kind of like 2D thing where they're doing the poses as if they're about to fight. And all I'm thinking is, yeah, but Cole's gonna die. We just have to wait to see that play out, and then it plays out. So, I like Shao Kahn actually needing a cheat code to even beat anyone feels like they're really, like, fucking that up. Like, he's an end of game boss, and yet in this early on, Cole would have beat him if he didn't have that power, and it just took it took away the dramatic stakes for me, because I am just like, all right, great, he can fucking defeat anyone until he can't.
Yeah, it very much is. Yeah, like somebody has got the cheat code on for it. And it's the kid whose house it is, who's shit at the game, so he needs the cheat code, and then someone's just gone, I cannot disable this, and he gets beat really quick.
Yeah. But look, do you know what? The fact that my real problems with this are kind of like story things. I don't know. I kind of almost feel like that's a success. I prefer the first one. I'll be absolutely honest. I really like the Sub-Zero Scorpion kind of thing in that. Like, that opening sequence in the first one is really, really good, and it's got it's got character and it's got stakes, and you kind of understand all that. With this, it's just, yeah, there's a tournament. Let's get a bunch of people here. We'll have some fights, and you know, in the end, nothing surprising will happen. Like I say, I switched off, and I wasn't tired. You know, I wasn't hungover or anything like that. I just, yeah. Anyway, I've monologued for way too long there. Mark, what do you think? You fucking loved it, didn't you? You slag.
I was. I think I'm probably around in between you two. On this, in
Often
the fact,
the way.
yeah,
I find
in the fact that I did find I was switching off a little bit because it did feel a little bit. It was very much like, and then there's this fight, and then there's this fight.
Oh no! See, what you got to do is you've got to lean forward and really fucking engage with it.
But
Leaning forward—that's the trick.
it may well be.
Oh, do you know what? I leaned forward in a film this week, and I will talk about that later.
But I did like it, but I did feel a little bit like, yeah, this is just, we're just going through the game now, which I get, but it did tire a little bit for me. Like, I think part of it was the Shao Kahn bit being just, well, you can't beat him until they break the amulet. So at some point they've got to break the amulet.
Yeah.
So, and then when it, you know, but then filmically, it has to be that you break the amulet and then he gets beaten straight away. So how did he get to that point where he was so feared anyway, if he's a bit shit?
Well, that's the point, though, isn't it? They're all champions. They've all done their arcana bit, and they've all got their special powers.
Johnny Cage done.
Well, he does. He gets that in the Netherworld.
Johnny fucking Cage done.
Johnny fucking Cage. I love that the what's his face guy thinks that's just his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all gonna be fairly evenly matched, although evidently not that fucking evenly, because the Outworld people have beaten the Earthrealm people 9 times in a fucking row.
Yeah.
So we're evidently
That's
pretty
really
shit.
funny as well. Like, why wasn't Raiden more concerned about that at maybe like number 6?
Yeah.
Like, guys, let's just really make a fucking effort here, guys.
Yeah.
You know, come on.
Yeah, it is a little bit like.
Go with the fucking
Should I run another attacker on? Fucking hell! It's the 92nd minute. We're 4-0 down.
I mean, Raiden's
Yeah,
job as the general manager must really be at risk as well. Like, to be honest, I don't think they should give him a new contract, because you don't want him just resting on, oh well, we'll do it at the death.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
You can't win in injury time every time. It just doesn't happen.
No.
Yeah, I like the look of it. It looks good. It's a fun-looking movie. It's very, very silly. If it does well enough, I'm interested to do the third one. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I will 100% watch another one.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of where I am with it. I'm definitely not shit with it.
Definitely not shit.
It's fun.
Still not film of the year though.
What is your film of the year?
Exit 8.
Oh yeah, excellent. Fair enough.
That is the standard.
Look, the Project Hail Mary was this year, but okay.
Yeah, I know. Exit 8's better.
It's not. We'll carry
on. Look, yeah, definitely not shit. I had a perfectly fun enough time with it, but I was a bit disappointed. Like, you know, when they said, "Oh, we've moved it out from October to May because the test screening reactions were so big," it's like, okay, great. And then it comes out, and it's like it's been met positively, but not quite in a right. This is going to be like the start of the blockbuster season. Like, I mean, I think it opened number 3 in the US this week, behind the 3rd weekend of Michael and the 2nd weekend of Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing is that Michael film is just literally just eating up the what's it in it.
Yeah, don't have to watch it. Don't have to worry about it. I'm never going to watch it.
That's fine. Yeah, don't blame me.
Yeah. What was the audience poll?
100% definitely not shit.
Fair play.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Right. What have you been watching, Ian?
So I'll tell you what, I'll break this up a little bit. I'll do non-Star Wars first, then I'll throw it to you guys, then I'll do Star Wars. How does that sound?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Right, so just a few before I hand over then. But rewatched Anaconda, the last year one. Watched it with Don and Lots. It's really, really fun. The girls liked it as well. I think it was kind of interesting for Lottie to watch a film with Jack Black in that, like, there's swearing and stuff in.
Yeah.
Because she's very used to family-friendly Jack Black. But, I just think it's goofy. I do think it's quite sweet. And I think the cast all play really well together. And Steve Zahn having to try and force a piss out to heal Jack Black is something. So, or is it Paul Rudd? Anyway, yeah, it's a good time. Because we are going to Universal Studios next week, Donna was absolutely insistent that before we go back on the Mummy ride at Universal Studios, we watch The Mummy, the 1999 Mummy, which she'd never seen. So watch that with Lots as well. This was a lean in for Lottie, this one.
Yeah.
She was locked.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah, it really is, dude. And it's a very rare kind of combination of like action and horror where it's not scary, but it's kind of dark and it's gross.
And it's got atmosphere.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like the Mummy doesn't actually like appear until about an hour in. You're about halfway in when he appears, and then the whole kind of like the varying states of recomposition as he's sucking the souls out of the guys who stole the little statue things. And he's like, every time you see him, he's got a little bit more of his face back. Like, that's like super, super well played.
He's fucking mint as the Mummy as well.
Oh, Vosloo.
Yeah.
Arnold Vosloo's fucking badass in it, man. He has got that, like, he has got the Riz as well. Like,
he's got
you could see
hella
how
Riz.
he could have stolen the Emperor's fucking wife.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Imhotep could get it.
But yeah, Imhotep would get it. Yeah, that's exactly right. But then the cast is brilliant as well. Like, Brendan Fraser is really fun and affable, but you also do believe that he can kick ass. Rachel Weisz, really, really charming. Obviously, fantastic looking lady, and good chemistry with Fraser as well. John Hannah's good comedic side relief. Kevin J. O'Connor as Benny. Absolute little fucking scumbag rat of a guy, and absolutely kills it. Like, all the performances are ace. Like, the drunk, like, war veteran who they get to fly the plane.
Yeah.
He's good in it as well. You know, like...
Bird Fox.
It's... Yeah. No, is he a relation of Lawrence Fox?
No.
Okay, that's good to know.
No, he's not part of that lineage. No.
Okay, no, that's good.
No, but he was in like Hogan's Heroes and like a lot of like The Longest Day and like a lot of like swashbuckling movies back in the time and TV stuff.
Oh, nice. Lottie has just texted me. I texted the link to the trailer for Wildwood earlier on. She has responded, "What's it called?" and then all in caps. Also, why does it look like it's about suicide, kidnapping, and existential thoughts?
Yeah. Because it probably is.
Yep, and that is exactly what I've just replied. Good stuff. Don, just no, not at all. When you're downstairs, when you got a minute, ask Lottie to show her show you the trailer I sent her. It's basically Lottie the movie, I think. In terms of no, not necessarily. No, in terms of like creatively, it's like yeah. Anyway, sorry. The Mummy, brilliant. Really holds up. Was very pleased to see it. And again, like I was saying with the Odyssey earlier on, it's like they had a lot of real people in this running around all over the place and whatnot, you know, and it looked great. Again, I haven't seen anything in that Odyssey trailer that I feel like Stephen Sommers maybe couldn't have done 25 years ago. That is a hot take. And I'm just talking about the trailer, not what the Odyssey is probably going to be, but hey.
Did you see Brendan Fraser's comments this week?
Oh, about how he's trying to get fit, wish him luck.
Yeah, have you seen the pictures of him there?
No.
He released like a few pictures of him like working out, and you look at it and go, fair fucking play, mate. You're not just. It doesn't look like he's just getting like losing a little bit of the, you know, his own word heft that he's got on. He looks. He's not getting jacked, but he looks like he's very much getting in shape for it.
He just needs to dad bod it, and that'll be fine.
But like, he's doing it in his gym's part of his office. He said, I don't have a gym anymore, so I have to install it somewhere. So it's in my office. So there's like a desk at the side of it all. It just looks really random.
I really hope when they market The Mummy, they go full Academy Award winner Brendan Fraser, Academy Award winner Rachel Weisz.
Yeah.
Like, just own that shit.
Yeah.
Remember when Brendan Fraser won an Academy Award for The Whale?
Yeah, let's just say he won an Academy Award and moved past the film he won it for.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then my last one before I throw it over is a little film called The Sheep Detectives, which I leaned the fuck in on.
Nice.
So, the trailer sets out that Hugh Jackman plays a farmer who is a sheep farmer. The film, the trailer doesn't say this, but the film, it's not for meat. He sells their wool, and he is found by the sheep murdered, and the sheep want to solve it. And what the trailer doesn't tell you is that this film has got an awful lot going on under the surface. So the sheep, there's loads of different sheep, and you got like stupid sheep, you've got brave sheep, you've got a smart sheep, and you've got another sheep who can't forget things, because when traumatic things happen to these sheep, they choose to forget. But you've got one of them who can't forget. And so you've got this... You've got these sheep living in this kind of fantasy land where they believe that when sheep die, they turn into clouds. And you've got this one sheep who just has to go along with it, and it's like, yeah, that's exactly what happens.
Oh man, that's so tragic.
Yeah,
that must be horrible for that sheep.
Yeah, and they play into that in the film. It's something. And then they've got this whole thing in it where if you're a winter lamb, you are an outcast, you are different, and like humans might be kind to the winter lamb, but that's just because they don't know they were born in the winter, and if they knew they were born in the winter, it'd be completely different. So then it's also this film basically about, you know, inclusion, and just because someone was like born in a different way than you, or, you know, hey, a different place or something like that, doesn't mean that they are not your equal. This is a film that I think if Nigel Farage watched it, he would try and start a culture war. But it's also called The Sheep Detectives, and is about a bunch of sheep trying to solve a murder mystery. And the murder mystery itself, there's a bunch of different suspects. It takes you down loads of different like roads and whatnot. And I had a feeling about something early on, and then they throw in some other stuff. And then about 5 minutes before they actually revealed who the killer was, I was like, I just said to Lottie, right, because we were kind of whispering things to each other through the film. I was like, right, I think it's that person. And I was right. Lottie was also right, but for a completely different reason. But that reason did make sense as well. So that was actually kind of fun. So it's this really like charming, very, very sweet thing, which is probably too much for like 5-year-olds. And I think the trailer probably says that because there's murder in it. But there's more to it than that as well. You know, there's one of the characters dies in it, and it is actually quite shocking, and it is quite sad. And yeah, it's got things going on to it which the trailer certainly doesn't indicate. You know, I'm not going to call it like film of the year or anything like that. And, you know, in terms of family films, I already get the feeling that Wildwood is gonna go above this. But it's a lot more worth a watch than you'd otherwise think. And I had a really, really good time with it. So like, it's got the dark, but it's also got the sweet. Like, there's an image at the end of the film which is fucking beautiful, nice. And really, really wraps a bow around it. It's a lovely, lovely film.
Nice.
Yeah. Back over to you guys. Before I go long on Star Wars, Becky, I apologise in advance.
It's fine. I love Star Wars, so it's all good. I haven't watched anything on my own apart from Mortal Kombat, which I've already talked about. So,
what books did you read on holiday?
Oh, I read.
Go on. Explain one of them that you read.
Okay, so I read Hard-Boiled Wonderland and the End of the World by Haruki Murakami. So basically, this guy, right, he works as a data encoding guy. So he's given some figures or whatever information, and he has to put it into a uncrackable secure code for who he works for. But the way that he does this is that his brain is essentially split into two. So he passes it from one side of his brain to the other side of his brain, which encodes it. So, but then there's also this other process that you can do called shuffling, whereby you pass the encoded information through a locked part of your subconscious. No, sorry, locked in time part of your conscious mind. So to be able to do shuffling, you have to go and get a switch in your brain. So you can switch over between Circuit 1 and Circuit 2. And Circuit 2 is a snapshot of your conscious mind at that particular moment. And then, so you switch over to Circuit 2, and it has to be done that way because otherwise, your conscious mind's always like constantly changing based on experiences and things like that. But if you snapshot it, then it's never going to change. So if you then need to decode the information back, you can pass it through the other way, see, obviously. And then so you so you basically have this switch, and there's a sequence of like numbers and then a musical thing that switches the circuit so that you can do the shuffling, and then it switches back once it's finished. So he goes and does this job he goes to do this job for this dude. And he goes to this building and he meets this girl who turns out to be the granddaughter of the dude. And she is described as being a little bit overweight, but he's really turned on by the fact that she's a little bit overweight. And she dresses all in pink. But like, you can't understand why he's so turned on by this girl, because like, she is overweight. It's terribly problematic the way this girl is described in the book. It's not great. And for the rest, because it doesn't really give his characters names a lot of the time. So she's just the chubby girl for the rest of the book. And then she takes him through a cabinet in an office, which leads to a subterranean route to get to grandfather, because he also doesn't have a name, gets to his lair, right? Then he takes this information, and then loads of shit kicks off because there is another organisation that tries to steal information. So they get the guys, so they're called Calcutex, the guys that do the encoding. They get the guys, and then they like try to steal the information out of their brains. So he then starts getting chased, and it's evident that there's something going on, and so then he's trying to evade these people. They come in, they trash his flat. It turns out that grandfather, when he installed the shuffling circuit, also did a little bit of extra experimentation, because he's a bit naughty. Because, although he doesn't agree with what the Nazis did with their scientific experimentation on people, he can understand the scientific imperative to do that. So he's installed an extra circuit in the head where it leads to another bit of his consciousness, where he's taken all the stuff that is extracted from the conscious mind and spun it into a narrative. So this all happens in the Hard-Boiled Wonderland section of the book. The End of the World section of the book, which the chapters alternate, is about this little town where there's unicorns, and then the unicorns die over winter, and then they're reborn in summer. And this one guy who's new to the town, he has to lose his shadow, because that's one of the conditions for living in the town. And your shadow is linked to your mind, so the longer you're without your shadow, the more of your mind you lose, and then your shadow eventually dies. You're given a job. So his is the dream reader. Turns out you can only be a dream reader until your shadow dies. But over the book, it turns out that the unicorns, as they're wandering around the town, they're absorbing people's remnants of mind from them and gradually making them become more and more just like autonomous shells, essentially, that do. But it's a very peaceful life, because they don't have any minds to tell them that it's not. So anyway, these unicorns, and then when they die, the gatekeeper chops their head off, burns their bodies, and then puts their skulls in the library, and then the dream reader reads the skulls and extracts the dreams. And by that method, the mind is released into the atmosphere, so it gets rid of it from the town.
Yeah. You sure this isn't just a dream you have?
But yeah, he really don't want his shadow to die, because he doesn't want to lose his mind. But he's also a little bit fallen in love with the librarian, who can't love him back because she hasn't got her mind. But anyway, turns out over the course of the book that the end of the world section is the narrative that the grandfather has spun from his conscious mind, and when he's been tripped over to circuit 3, the narrative, during the shuffling process, he's got basically trapped in a loop whereby if it doesn't get switched back by noon on this particular day, he will just cease to exist in the normal world, and his mind will just go to the end of the world narrative, and his body will be left, but his mind will be trapped in this particular part of his brain. What else weird happens?
Everything.
So gradually over the end of the world section of the book, he's sort of like fighting with this whole like, do I rescue my shadow and try and escape and then go back to like normal? But he doesn't know, obviously, that he's just a figment. He thinks he's like a real guy and he's trying to get back to the real world, and something fucking weird's happened to him. So he doesn't know that he's just like part of this narrative. And then he decides to let his shadow go and be back in the real world. And he's going to stay with the librarian because he thinks that he's extracted her mind from all of the unicorn skulls, but instead of releasing them, he's like retained them, and he's going to try and give her her mind back, and then he's going to try and gradually bring everyone back to like having a mind and get the town into like a functioning place full of people with minds. The chubby girl is going to put his body on ice, so if grandfather in the future ever works out a way to bring him back, he can do. And then the book ends with him getting stuck in the narrative.
Yeah, because of course.
Yeah.
Sounds fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
I read World in Motion, Italian 90 hand, the tournament that changed football.
Did anyone fall in love with their own shadow in that?
A little bit, yeah. Some people seem to. It's very. I mean, it's very different to your book, Heather.
My book's inarguably better.
No.
Yeah, Becky's is better.
But as always, I always say this to you about Beck, because I always read football books on holiday. It's often alarming how many of them are based around like real like geopolitical stuff and soft power. Bits like that. So like there's a lot in this book. If anybody is interested in like a actual touch point of where modern football started, and everyone always goes, oh, it's the creation of the Champions League or it's the creation of the Premier League. It's not. It's Italian 90. That is it's that because you've got it happened around the same time as the fall of the Soviet Union and the taking down the Berlin Wall, TV becoming a thing, etc. and bits like that, sort of all come into it. So like the book goes into like there's a bit where it says literally that the previous season leading up to the Football League season, because the Premier League didn't start a couple of years until after this, had like 9 televised games. That was it. There was no televised game until like mid of October. And now you can have like I mean that's it. You had less actual games than on a weekend normally, actually fully televised. So you got all that. But it's a good book, very good book.
How many unicorns does it have in it?
There is actually a unicorn in it. There's a guy who has one of the. I believe it is one of the Yugoslavia. What is it? Has a. They mentioned something to do with a unicorn in daughter game or something like
Fair.
that. Yeah.
I also read The Valley of the Dolls.
I read The Valley of the Dolls, didn't you?
Everyone's familiar with the story of The Valley of the Dolls. 3 girls, young, grow older in the Broadway, then Hollywood system, start taking loads of drugs, don't end well.
Yes. And did you watch anything next?
We did.
We did, didn't we? Yeah. On our, I think it was our first night, because we kind of got there and were... Yeah, so, like, the first night we were there, we'd been up since, 4 in the morning?
Yeah.
And so it's 2 hours ahead there. And we didn't get there till about... We were a little bit delayed, weren't we? We didn't get there till it was about 6 o'clock?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
And so we'd gone out for something to eat, hadn't we? And then we'd
had a couple of beverages.
A couple of drinks. But we were a bit like, both of us were a little bit like, we're flagging, but not necessarily tired. So we got a couple of more drinks, didn't we? And took them back to the room and thought, ooh, looked at the TV. The TV now, previously they didn't have this, TVs now have AirPlay. Mm-hmm. So we're like, right, fuck it, let's watch something and just see how long we watch of something. So we decided to watch One Night at McCall's, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
So we watched One Night at McCall's, the Harold Zwart film from 2001, which I think we saw at the cinema, didn't we?
I think so, yeah.
I believe. Yeah, so Matt Dillon, Liv Tyler, Paul Reiser, Michael Douglas, John Goodman. It still stands up as a truly weird comedy.
Yeah. But it's one of those, I think, that it doesn't really feel weird while you're in it.
No. So,
you're
but anyway,
this is normal.
The story about One Night at McCall's is Liv Tyler basically plays a girl who is seemingly irresistible to men.
Yes.
But she's very aware of this and used it to her advantage. But she's also just obsessed with having a home. Having a house.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, you can kind of believe it. Liv Tyler has an incredibly strong face card.
Yes.
And then she's very much dressed to be a bombshell in this as well, isn't she?
Yeah, it's quite fun. And then so basically she ends up with Matt Dillon's character, who is a barman, and then she also ends up at the same time with his cousin Paul Reiser, who is a solicitor.
Yeah.
And then John Goodman's a cop. And all of these lives kind of intersect, don't they?
Yeah.
Because she keeps killing people.
Sort of accidentally.
No, she shoots one guy in the back of the head. The other one was an accident. Yeah, he trips and falls. A DVD player falls on his head. Yeah,
but didn't she shoot him because he's, coming at her?
No.
The guy at the start?
No, because he's about to kill Matt Dillon.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he might do, might not.
Self-defense.
Yeah, so... And you've got just some real fun bits in it. It's a very much like a noir black comedy.
Yeah, and I like how it presents the different guys' views of the...
Yes, you often see the same scenes, don't you, from two or three different perspectives.
Yeah.
So how it'll look.
And I think Liv Tyler does really well with that, to be perfectly honest, because she's not renowned for being a great fucking actress, is she? She's just Liv Tyler, so... But then, in this, where she plays it just very subtly different, I think she does quite well with that, to be honest. Different, looks and intonations and things like that, and it completely changes the scene.
Yes. But it's let's say it was a fun rewatch, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah. But that was it for me.
Right, I've got a couple more. So on the way... to Creep. I watched Pearl Jam 20 because I like watching a documentary on my way. So I watched PJ 20, the documentary that was made in I think 2011. It's 15 years ago, about the first 20 years of Pearl Jam. I think Cameron Crowe was joking a couple of years ago that they'll do with PJ 40 in a few years' time. But it's a very good documentary. You've got a lot of Cameron Crowe has known the band since very early on in their careers, and he's quite close with the band. They actually were in Singles, the movie, and I think he's done work with them throughout the years there. So he has a really good amount of access to the band, chatting at different points and going through different points of their careers, and it sort of bounces around through that, and it's very much one, I think, often with music documentaries whereby they can be good, but if you like the band or it's a band that you're interested in, it elevates it there. So there's not a great deal, I think, that you're learning extra, but you're getting to spend time with them, just kind of putting across their experiences of the oddity of all of this. And then it's quite good because you're looking at it going back and going, yeah, we were a little bit too, like, we were either too open about stuff here or we were a little bit too serious about stuff. And, like, it goes like the Ticketmaster thing, whether we're just saying, we don't get it how people were so, like, negative towards it when we were just saying, people need to stop ripping people off. And it's like, they did this in, like, the late 90s, and people are still getting angry now about Ticketmaster having a monopoly. And it's a little bit like the music industry wasn't backing Pearl Jam like 25 years ago on it, longer. And then now they're starting to go, hang on a minute.
Missed their window.
Yeah.
You're not putting that back.
No, the genie can't get back in that bottle, but then you've got this, you know, what I think has been commonly referred to as blue dot fever, having to cancel a lot of tours. So the idea that empty seats on seating plans are blue dots.
Right.
And so many bands are like cancelling tours because of fatigue or health issues or other bits. And the Pussycat Dolls have just come out and gone, no one's buying tickets. No one's buying tickets. So there's no point in doing it because it could cost a fortune.
They've made it too expensive.
And it is.
To go to
it's because it's got too expensive.
Yeah.
Or you've got bands who have just overreached themselves.
Well, yeah, there is.
And are going, well, I can sell out stadiums or arenas. And it's like, oh, babe, you can't. You can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's that. But it's a very good documentary, but I think it's one of those ones where if you're a fan, you've probably already watched it. Also, because on a plane, aren't you? So you kind of got to pick your movies
In advance.
Because I sit in the aisle seat as well. If you're sat in the window seat, you can tilt it towards yourself so you can get away with watching things that might have a bit more gore or titties. I mean,
I sat proudly in the middle seat next to my new mate Joy.
Yeah.
And watched Mortal Kombat.
But it's almost a little bit. It's hyper violence. It's almost comedy violence.
Did you share an AirPod with her?
I did not. I don't have AirPods.
You had your Marshalls, your big old Marshalls on.
Big old fat padded Marshalls. Yeah, I was loving it.
Beautiful those Marshall headphones. To be fair,
I played you, ladies and gentlemen, we are floating in space through them, didn't I? And it was like,
oh, it's good. The noise cancel on those is fucking insane.
It is bonkers.
It's good on my AirPods. It's insane on those Marshalls.
You're in your own little world. You literally are floating in space.
Yeah.
Like listening to that with your eyes closed and listen, and because the sound quality on them is so good, and it just is better than AirPods. You can hear every single fucking layer crystal clear, like just lapping over each other. It's such a luxurious experience.
They are very nice.
They are beautiful. Yes. So I couldn't share with my new mate Joy.
No. I watched, to start off with on the flip back. We watched Snack Shack, which I am now very much of the opinion of this is the best coming of age movie of the past 15 years, and had the two central characters being young girls, not young boys, which wouldn't have made sense in the story. But just go with me a little bit on this. The rest of the cinema watching world would agree with me.
Are we going to go back and do the rest of Adam Raymeyer's works?
I will be looking at that. It's so for anyone who is new listening or forgot that I've spoken about Snack Shack before. It's set in 1991, and as basically two best friends who kind of run little scams to make money, and they end up scamming themselves into setting up a snack shack at the municipal pool over a summer by misunderstanding the bidding process, and it accidentally bid way more than they're supposed to. Think they're in the hot for it, but it turns out it's working quite well. What works as a coming of age drama is coming of age comedy drama is you've got all of like the title. The actual touchdown things that you need in these kind of movies. So you've got a girl that comes between them. You've got the idea of parents just not understanding them because of that generational gap difference there. It's a 90s movie, but it's not constantly going, look, Air Jordans, look, a Walkman, and all these things. It's not doing that. It just happens to be set in 1991, but there's nothing, no, look, at
not
any
gratuitously
point.
set in time, is it?
It's not Stranger Things in it. But the wonderfulness of it and what sets it apart, I think, from a lot that are doing it is, it's a little bit crass at points, but it's supposed to be. It's a little bit OTT at points, but it's supposed to be. But it's not a sex comedy or anything like that. And then you've got the idea of loss as well, like the first time that somebody truly loses something.
Yeah.
And again, I think I've said it before. Fuck it, I'm going to say it again. It's my podcast, I'm allowed to. But there's a character in it. There's a death in it when the guys are not talking to each other, and you've got the main character, because you always, even if you're following like two people, you're always following more and more than the other.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at it through their eyes. It just breaks down and basically just has to run to his mate. And it's just such a wonderfully written, directed and balanced thing with a really fucking... It's a really well shot movie as well. It looks like a fucking proper movie. You know, it doesn't look like it's something that was... I don't think it was shot for streaming. I think it did get minor cinema releases in the US, but it's... it doesn't have that... that kind of like grading that sometimes like streaming stuff can have, and it's shot by the guy who shot like Turbo Kid, so it's a good looking movie as well. But yeah, honestly, it goes up in my estimations every fucking time I watch it, and I just think that if you were a kid around the sort of same age the characters are supposed to be, and the thing there is the character's supposed to be 14 and they're clearly not 14. The actors, but then again, fuck it. My thing always is go back and watch any coming of age film. They're very rare that they ever look the actual age they're supposed to be.
I don't think it feels egregious.
But no, I don't feel egregious, but I think it does. If someone goes, well, that guy's like clearly like 20, it's like, oh, fuck off and watch Grease.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, have you seen how young 14-year-olds actually fucking look? So yeah, but yeah, really, really fucking good. Huge recommend for people, and if you don't like it, go fuck yourself. And then I watched something else that genuinely fucking took me by surprise. Like I it's a film from last year. I don't know why more people aren't talking about this. I don't know how it seems to have slipped under everybody's fucking radar. Right.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
So it's a John McClane film who did Slow West.
Yeah.
So this film is a period piece. It's set in 1791 in the Scottish Highlands, and it stars Tim Roth. It's got Rory McCann in it. And it's got Jack Lowden in it, and it's got Takahiro Hira in it, and I think in her first ever film, Koji, who I believe is a Japanese J-pop star. So this is part Western and part samurai movie. Yeah. I'm not going to give too much away in terms of plot. I'm going to do plot, but I'm not going to do spoilers because it is only out last year and people need to fucking watch this movie. Right? It's 90 minutes long, and basically it's Tim Roth plays a guy called Sugarman who is essentially the leader of a gang, and they are on the tail of this girl called Tornado and a young boy. And they are basically following through the Scottish Highlands trying to catch them, because it's made very clear very early on that they know where some gold that he has stolen is. And that's all I'm going to say, because the majority of the film is told from that point, and then it goes back to how they ended up in that position, following them, and then it circles back round to catching up with itself. And it's violent, but not silly violence, until there is a point where it gets a little bit samurai film violence.
Yeah.
It's atmospheric as fuck. It is shot by Robbie Ryan, who has shot some good-looking fucking movies over his time.
Yes, he has.
90 minutes fucking long.
It does look really fucking good. Every time I looked across at it, I was like, what is going on?
And
Why are they in the Scottish Highlands and there's samurai?
Yeah.
Fighting going on.
Whenever it's doing a bit of what it's doing, it feels so natural within it. It makes sense. And it doesn't feel... It feels stylised enough that you know what you're watching, but it doesn't feel overly stylised that it feels like it's jumping around. But yeah, it's Tornado. It is a fantastic genre film. That I'm honestly gobsmacked that people aren't all over. Tim Roth is brilliant, as he always is, but he just seems like he's having an absolutely great time. But it's not scenery chewing Tim Roth. It's very much like very balanced.
Yeah.
But he's very forthright in his actions, we'll say. Really, really fucking good movie. And a big recommend to people.
Nice.
Tornado.
What's it called again?
Tornado. It's fucking ace. Like, genuinely, it's set in the Scottish Highlands. It's a samurai movie and it's a western. It's wild. Yeah. Right, Ian. Circling back to yourself.
Okay, so a lot of Star Wars. Going to Disney World next week. Going to Galaxy's Edge. The weekend Mandalorian and Grogu comes out. Like, there's barely any other time to be just immersed in Star Wars a better time than now for me, quite frankly.
Yeah.
So I've been revisiting them. Talked about episode 1 on the last show, and done a fair few more. So, in order, episode 2, Attack of the Clones. You take away Hayden Christensen and Natalie Portman, and this film is pretty good. Hayden Christensen and Natalie Portman are the two central characters of this film. And so, whenever they're in it, together, it's like you actually feel bad for them. Having to do that dialogue and play it in the way that they're being directed by George Lucas to play it is insane. I was listening to a podcast the other day talking about Attack of the Clones, and they were saying it's set 10 years after, but it's like Natalie Portman has regressed 5 years, and that's pretty spot on. After her first couple of scenes, she basically is just I fucking Anakin throughout the entire thing, and saying no, we can't, while wearing clothes that are let's fuck. Hayden Christensen is playing this guy who is constantly complaining about his situation. It tells her that he just murdered a bunch of women and children, and she's basically sympathetic and then horny. Brutal. Fucking brutal. But then Ewan McGregor has a fun side plot where he's doing detective stuff. There's a gladiatorial arena thing that, like, towards the end that's quite fun. Like, the last half hour is genuinely terrific. John Williams doing some really, really good stuff as well. He introduces Portman and Christensen's theme in this. I think it's called Across the Stars, which is a really, really nice bit of music. But, man, it, like, the Anakin Padme stuff is fucking disastrous. Like, it's really, 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 really bad. In my rewatch so far, this is the worst one. There's only one that I think might coming up that might battle it, but I also think this is probably going to end up being the worst one.
Yeah.
So then we move on to episode 3, which I think is all right actually. Ewan McGregor fucking rules in this. He's like super playful, like earlier on before Order 66, and then he sells the "oh god, what have we done" of it all after. He's very, very, very good. Christensen is better because now the whole kind of like petulant, whiny thing, Palpatine's basically just fucking using that. And like whenever he's complaining and stuff, it's basically, yep, Palpatine's like, yep, come to me, yep, good shit, fucking feel that stuff, yep, brilliant. He's also got less stuff with Portman. Portman, bless her, again, is just saddled with shite. She's basically, oh, brilliant, I'm pregnant and I'm gonna completely put my head in the sand about what's going on until it's too late. Awful fucking character. When in episode 1, she's this really strong, dynamic fighter. And in episode 2, they have elements of that. But she's falling for Anakin. And in episode 3, it's just completely just a woman who doesn't know what's going on. It's pretty fucking reductive. But I think Christensen does play the turning to the dark side stuff quite well. The slow creep that kind of just snowballs into an avalanche of the Jedi being overwhelmed and destroyed is pretty well done here. I think Ian McDiarmid as well as Palpatine, there's a scene where he's like at this opera thing and he's talking to Anakin about the story of Darth Plagueis, who learned how to cheat death, completely playing on Anakin's visions of Padme dying. He's very, very good in that. It's like real kind of like theatre shit, and he's very good. Yeah, like Revenge of the Sith, I had a good time with this film. It's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but it's a good time. So then we move on to Solo. I'm doing it kind of like film chronologically. And Solo is perfectly fun while it's on, and then it finishes and it just evaporates. There's stuff there, you know. Paul Bettany as the villain is very good, and especially so because he was parachuted in when Lord and Miller were fired. Like, apparently Paul Bettany, like when he heard Ron Howard was kind of coming on board, just texted Ron Howard and was basically, "Hey, can I be in a Star Wars film, lol?" And Ron Howard was like, "Well, actually,
yeah."
That's essentially how it happened, because Michael K. Williams, I think he was in that role, and he was like a mocap lion man. And then he couldn't do like the reshoots, which is like almost the whole film again. So Paul Bettany was cast, and he's really, really good. He's fucking sinister. It's like he never raises his voice, but he's full of fucking malice.
He's good at that kind of thing when he's got a good physicality to him in terms of that.
Yeah. Like there's this bit where Solo like fakes. He's giving something to him, and it's fake stuff, and he's just like, "That's really, really good." You know, I'm really impressed. You know, how did you get it to look so real? And Solo's just like, no. You know, what were you talking about? He's like, no. Seriously, I mean, you know. I can't believe you actually managed to do this. It looks so good. Like, it's fake, but it looks amazing. And it's just the way he's looking at him. It's just like, I am going to fucking murder you and everyone you love. You know, it's awesome. And Alden Ehrenreich, bless him, like, basically fucked his career for 5 years. And he's good, you know, like he's not Harrison Ford, you know. I mean, it's a poison chalice, that fucking role, isn't it? You know,
it is a little bit, isn't it? Yeah.
But he does a good job. He does a good job, you know. But like Emilia Clarke's pretty forgettable. Woody Harrelson's good. Tandy Newton's good. Tandy Newton's killed like half an hour into the fucking film. But it's a bunch of stuff that happens. And then Donald Glover just cucks everybody in any scene he's in. Rules. I would watch more Donald Glover, Lando Calrissian. That would be great. He's probably getting quite close to where the age Billy D. Williams was in The Empire Strikes Back now. So, you know, maybe not. But it is just things that happen and member berries. Like that, this film was not essential. This film does not feel like it was years in development. And, you know, the Lord and Miller one apparently was looser. Like, the actors were like, we don't really know what they actually want us to do. It's a bit more like free-form improv-y stuff than I think you probably need in a Star Wars film. It'll be interesting to see Starfighter, because Ryan Gosling feels like he's got that energy, and Sean Levy doesn't necessarily feel like he's the most stick to the script guy in the world. So it'll be interesting to see how Starfighter goes. But yeah, it's fine. It's not the worst Star Wars film at all, you know, but it is the one that just does not. It feels like it doesn't exist.
I think we rewatched it last year, didn't we, Bex? And I was just a bit like, I like this while I'm watching it, but then after it's finished,
totally,
like you could tell me. I only know because we watched it last year, but you could tell me in 6 months' time and go, "Who's the girl in Solo?" And I'd be like, "I don't know." I don't know who the girl is.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird because it's like the first act, you finish that, and 2 of the characters are dead, and then you finish the second act, and you've picked up a character in this act, and now they're dead, and now you've introduced who you thought were the threat, but they're not actually the threat, and in the third act, there isn't actually a big action sequence.
No. It's like they forgot to make it.
Yeah, the flow of the film's just really, really odd. But yeah, Solo. And then Rogue One, which made over $1 billion. You know, it was fucking huge. And it was the first non-episode Star Wars film. Like a really, really, really big deal at the time. And Rogue One is ace.
Yeah.
It is a minor miracle because, again, you know, a lot of reshoots, Gareth Edwards apparently just wasn't allowed to be around at all, but Disney were like, look, you'll get the director credit, you can do the press tour, you can call it your film, but Tony Gilroy's going to come in and do some shit, and then Tony Gilroy's going to showrun a 2-season show that's critically praised that I now really, really actually want to watch. I'm going to watch Andor now. I'm going to.
The only Star Wars ones that I will watch could be Andor. I'm not saying I'm going to watch it, but it will be the only one that get close to me actually watching one of them would be Andor.
Everybody who watches it loves it. That's the
Yeah.
thing, and it's finished now. So I'm like, all right, fine. So I'm gonna watch Andor, and I'll talk about it on the show. But look, Rogue One. It is, again, it's a little bit just things that are happening, like Solo for the first little while with this. It kind of flies all over the place. I will also say that I think that Jyn Erso, Felicity Jones, is not a very interesting character. I find Cassian Andor, Diego Luna, I find him more interesting. You got J2SO, I think he's called, the droid, who is ace. He's really, really good. You've got Donnie Yen as the blind Jedi, is like, I am one with the Force and the Force is with me. Jiang Wen is like the big guy with the big blaster. It's just, there's a lot of interesting people around Felicity Jones. And, her relationship with her dad's pretty well played, but then, Mads Mikkelsen dies halfway through the film. But the last act, you've got AT-ATs around palm trees. You've got loads, more than I remembered, of dog fighting in space and close to the ground. There's X-Wings and shit and TIE fighters all over the shop. Riz Ahmed is really, really good in this as well. There's a lot going on in that third act, but it does really give you that feel of a bunch of people who are going against a massive army, small odds of it pulling off, and you believe, the Force is with them, and it's the guerrilla warfare stuff is so well played, and then you've got Ben Mendelsohn just playing the ultimate middle manager.
Yeah, he's Ben Mendelsohn. He's head off.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But it's like, this was his project.
Yeah.
And now Grand Moff Tarkin, the fucking twat, has taken it off him. And he just wants to be respected. He just wants to be respected for the work. But he goes to Darth Vader to complain, and Darth Vader just force chokes him. It's like, stop being a little fucking bitch. But it's like, yeah, man, the Death Star was his idea, and they do the one demonstration, and Grand Moff Tarkin's like, I'm going to take it off you. I'd be fucking pissed as well.
Yep.
But also, he's a fucking dickhead. He's a part of the Empire, and he's killed by his own creation. Or the thing that he forced someone to create, I should say. That's great. It's a film that has a proper in-film story. They all die in the end, but they die. But because you know what happens after, you know that it was for a good cause, and you know that they would have all wanted it that way. And it is a cracking film, is Rogue One.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but it's cracking.
It's my favourite Star Wars film.
I actually do think one of the biggest fuck ups they made with the obviously the recent trilogy was that they cast Felicity Jones in Rogue One.
What, is her casting her in?
Yeah.
as Rey.
Yeah.
A little bit too old.
Interesting.
She's just fucking shit, though.
Ridley's not great now.
Felicity Jones could have easily passed for Rey.
Yeah, probably.
Age up the character a little bit.
It's interesting because I'll be doing 7, 8, and 9 over the next few days, and the one that I'm most looking forward to is 8. And I just remember how much of a dickhead I was talking about Last Jedi when it came out. And yet now, it's like with the fullness of time, it's like that's the one that was doing shit. And the Daisy Ridley of it all, I'm not looking forward to. I won't lie. But yeah. Okay, so then Star Wars, The New Hope. It's cracking. I mean, I know like folks have problems with like the opening half hour or so, where it's just a lot of watching C-3PO and R2-D2 do shit. But the shit that they're doing, they're meeting Jawas, and John Williams' score is being really fucking weird. And I like that. I like the mood that it's setting. So I'm cool with that. And then as soon as like they meet Luke, and then Luke meets Obi-Wan, and then it's off to the races. You got John Williams like shitting out masterpieces as if he's got like musical genius incontinence. Right, Luke looking at those two sons, right? This was a film that no one had really had any faith in. You know, like Fox kind of threw George Lucas some money and were like, yeah, you can have the merchandising and the sequel rights, whatever. You know, you're not going to have that much money for the budget. And then John Williams is just like, I'm going to fucking do this. I'm going to do one of the greatest pieces of film music you'll ever hear for this fucking thing that the studio don't think is going to do anything.
Yeah.
It's remarkable. Like George Lucas owes John Williams a lot.
That's fair, yeah, actually.
Like Star Wars is like a 5 out of 5 for me. Don't get me wrong, but that's subjective. But what John Williams is doing in this film, and especially just in that context of what this film was when he was doing the score, man, honestly, I don't know. It's like fucking Rory McIlroy teaching a fucking 5-year-old how to golf. You know, like, I don't know, man. It's fucking Pep Guardiola fucking running training for Treforest FC. Remarkable. Treforest being the town I live in. I just realised people might not know that. An absolute banger of a film. Harrison Ford being maybe the sexiest thing that's ever lived in this film, quite frankly. Except in Empire Strikes Back, he might be more so because he's angry in that. So
that might just,
you know,
add in a few more points.
Yeah, absolutely. Star Wars. Fucking rules. Empire Strikes Back is also a 5 out of 5, but it's better. It's better than A New Hope. The cinematography, Peter Strzelecki, just like the shit where Vader and Luke first encounter each other and you got the oranges and the blues. Oh, baby. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Yoda, amazing. The puppet, amazing. The voice, better than he is in the prequels. Like the way he's into it. It's awesome. Lando rules. It just it moves. It's so propulsive. But it's not like ADD. It stays in these places, like it stays in these locations, but plenty of stuff's happening. It's constantly going along, and then the ending is like it's like it's dark, you know. Hands in the carbonite, and Luke's just learnt that Vader is his father, and he's had his hand chopped off by his dad, you know. But the whole like there's the rebel armadas there. There's ships all over the place, and Lando and Chewie are going off to find Han, and Luke just puts his arm around Leia, and then the music swells. There's that hope there. It's like it's dark, but it's hope, and I cannot fucking imagine watching this in the cinema and having to wait 3 years. Jesus Christ. You know, I'm going to watch Return of the Jedi after I finish this. And it was like, last night I finished it. I was like, I really, really want to watch Return of the Jedi now. Can you imagine having to wait 3 fucking years for Return of the Jedi? Because you didn't have that with Force Awakens. You didn't have that with Last Jedi. Like, nobody did. Nobody was just like, right, I need to watch the next one now. And I know what happens in Return of the Jedi, and I need to fucking watch it. Honestly, like, this has been really, really fun. Because, like, even Attack of the Clones, there's plenty of stuff in it that I really like. And that film's shit.
Fair.
Just being in that world, man, it's like now the amount of supplementary Star Wars material, just TV shows, is like really daunting. And I'm sure a lot of it is shit.
There's too much.
But I want to fucking gobble it up, man. Like, I am in that place. Like, Galaxy's Edge next week. Like, I am fucking going full fucking tilt. And the Rise of the Resistance ride in Florida is full on immersive Star Wars shit. Like, you have got like First Order guys like interacting with you. They're telling you to stand in line and giving you shit if you're not in the right position. You know, they do. Have I ever told you about this fucking ride? So I know I'm going on a bit.
No, go on.
Have I?
Right. Not in detail. No, I kind of want to know what it's like.
So, the thing, it's not necessarily the ride that's even the thing, it's everything before it. Like, the ride's good, but basically, so you're in a queue for a bit, and then you step into this transporter, right? And then you're kind of like, it's doing all this, like, motion stuff, like, you're moving along, and plenty of stuff's happening that you're kind of watching and whatnot. And then the door that you stepped through opens, and you are in the kind of like the docking bay of like an Empire or First Order like base. Like there are troopers all the way in front of you, and like stars in front of you. And then it's First Order people saying, right, you lot, come with me. And you're being, like, yeah. And you're, like, walking through this set. And then, like, where they're doing, like, you're in position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the ride. It's like, right, prisoner 1, go there. Prisoner 2, go there, blah, blah, blah. And they're interacting with you. It was like Donna was, like, slightly out of her circle. And a First Order guy gave her shit. It's like, honestly, the effect of this door opening and you are in a completely different fucking place is unreal. And like, because they've obviously moved you around, but it feels like it's fake, but it's not. They have actually moved you. It is something else, and it's like the folks we're going with, we've said, do not YouTube it, do not look into it. and I cannot fucking wait to see their reactions. You know, but it's... Yeah, it is like the most immersive, like, Star Wars experience you'll ever have.
Yeah.
But yeah, all over it next week, and it's Mando and Grogu opening weekend, so I'm kind of hoping there's a Mando and Grogu walking about.
You'd think, wouldn't you?
I want a fucking photo. I'm just going to be pissed in Disney World, just asking for photos.
Nice.
Anyway, that was me. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Star Wars is alright.
Nice. I'm glad. It's good that you actually you dig in the rewatching and you're not going, oh, I wish I hadn't started this.
But I mean, this is the thing, man. It's like I'm probably going to have to watch Rise of Skywalker on the plane, and I'm just going to be like, oh, for fuck's sake.
It'll be good. You'll enjoy it while you're watching it.
Hopefully. Anyway, that's me.
Cool. Right, question. We have a question from Dylan, who says, Ian has mentioned watching SNL. I'm wondering what his thoughts are on the UK version.
Oh, hit and miss. A lot of it's way more kind of Vic and Bob than I was expecting.
That's interesting.
I'll send you some sketches. They've definitely got broader stuff. I think the cold opens haven't worked. The kind of the more like relevant political kind of stuff. I think some of the hosts have been better than others. Jamie Dornan I didn't think was great, but Tina Fey I thought was good, but she's kind of a dab hand at it. Hannah Waddingham was actually alright last week. Nicola Coughlan as well was good. And they've got Scooty Gatwa doing it this week, which will be interesting. Glad they've got another season, actually.
Because rumours...
George Fouracres, I really like. Sorry, go on.
Because there's rumours that it had already been cancelled before it had even come out, wasn't there? And then...
Yeah, no.
And then, now it's been picked up for another season, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's getting 12 episodes in the autumn, which is up from the 8 that they're doing now, which was originally it was 6, then they moved it to 8. In the autumn, they're doing 12, and I think it's working actually, and it is a very British humour, and I think the UK weekend updates been pretty strong as well actually. I on balance, I quite like SNL UK, and especially considering how everybody thought it was going to be shit.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's not. It would have been a shame if it absolutely bombed and people seemed to be hoping it would, which just I don't get why.
It's not. The good thing is, I kind of just thought it was going to be like, oh, what if Mock the Week did sketches or something like that?
Yeah,
and the cold opens kind of are, and for me they're the weakest elements. But like I say, there's some fucking surreal shit in it at times, and that works well. So yeah, I'm a fan.
Cool. Right. What we chatting about next episode?
So next episode, we're going to be recording in 2 weeks' time. So will be, I assume we're all doing Obsession.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cannot wait to see that in a US cinema with a US audience. That is this time around's horror film with a US audience.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Depending on how things shake out, the new Guy Ritchie also opens there on Friday, so I might go see that. But my one is Obsession, and then also Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah.
Which I'm looking forward to now. That's the thing. Like, I've watched a bunch of Star Wars, and I'm up to watching more Star Wars on the big screen, and I'm going to go see Star Wars at fucking Disney next weekend. That's cool.
Yep.
I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm going to go and see Mandalorian and Grogu. I've not watched a single episode of any of the shows, and I don't even really know who either of them are, apart from the fact that I think the Mandalorian is Boba Fett's mate, and Grogu might be Yoda.
The great thing is, you're pronouncing Grogu correctly.
How else would you pronounce it?
Wasn't he pronouncing it like Grogu or something for like the longest
I
time?
thought it was Grogu, yeah.
Possibly, yeah, he is dumb. I'm happy to do Obsession and Finding Emily. I'm not watching Mandalorian when I've not watched any of the series. That's unhinged.
What's the way we did it?
If Finding Emily's out the next couple of weeks, feel free to do it and then talk about it. I won't get to it.
It's out the same Friday as Mandalorian and Grogu.
Oh, is it? Okay, I thought it was Backrooms weekend. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, do it, and talk about it. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
it'd be good to have that on here too. Nice one. I think it is. I think it will just be those two, though, won't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Main reviews.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, nice one.
Right. Well, that was episode 628. Thank you very much, Rebecca.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Thank you very much, Ian.
Thank you very much, Mark.
And thank you very much, listeners. We shall speak to you on the next episode, which isn't next week, it'll be the week after. But yeah, we'll be back. Don't worry about that. Goodbye.
Miss us, everyone. Bye.
Goodbye.